There's no arguments that the PlayStation 5 has seen numerous upgrades from what we had available on the PS4. Some of my favorite upgrades include the speed, the brand new DualSense controller, 3D temp best audio, and high resolution, high frame rate gameplay. What's going on, guys? It's Midas, and in this video I'm going to be talking about PS5 upgrades that you've got to love and hate at the same time. There have been lots of mixed reviews about the PS5, but there's no denying that the console is pretty impressive and feels next generation, even though it's now, current generation. The PS5 saw upgrades ranging from software speed to hardware size. Although I'd admit that all of these are amazing upgrades, there's still some upgrades I found myself developing a love-hate relationship for over the space of time I've had the console. I'm not gonna waste any more of your time, so let's dive into these love-hate relationship upgrades. First, we have the new internal SSD upgrade. The PS4 featured an HDD drive internally for onboard storage and software speed. The old HDD is seriously notorious for its poor speed, and that was one of the worst things about the PS4. The PS5 has seen an impressive upgrade from that to an SSD internally, which has dramatically improved the overall console speed. This upgrade has been praised as one of the best new features on the console. The new SSD also has some flaws, but the major one is in its size. There isn't a lot of usable storage on the onboard SSD. I think there's only about 670 gigabytes on there, so if you plan on storing a bunch of PS4 and PS5 games on your console, just forget about it, at least for now. Sony recently announced that expandable storage will be available very shortly, so that's going to solve the storage issues for all the upcoming PS5 games. That's going to potentially eat up all the storage space on your console without storage expansion. If you're worried about storage for now, just move all your PS4 games onto an external SSD or HDD drive. You can't store PS5 games externally, so this only works for PS4 games to save space on your PS5 for PS5 only games. If you want to learn more about storage, check out the video at the top of the screen right now. So basically, I love the lightning quick speed the SSD brings, but I hate that it has limited storage on it. I'm expecting that to change very soon here with the expandable storage option. Second, let's talk about high frame rates, high resolution gameplay. The launch edition PS4 definitely did not feature stunning 4K gameplay, not to talk of gaming at high frame rates, and I'm talking about the OG PS4, not the Slim or the Pro. Sony went ahead to later upgrade this feature on the PS4 Pro, which is an upgraded version of the launch edition PS4. The Pro is able to play at 4K HDR resolution and up to 60 frames per second, but due to its HDI 2.0 input limitations, it's not going to be playing at beyond that frame rate or that resolution. On the PS5, the new HDMI 2.1 input breaks open new opportunities for high frame rates, high resolution gameplay. The PS5 can allow gaming at 4K ultra high definition resolution and up to 120 frames per second, which is absolutely top of the line. There are some PS5 games available right now that already allow it, but there's a lot more being expected, and that brings us to the other important part of having a powerful gaming console. We all bought the console to play PS5 games, let's be honest. Nobody really wants to be stuck playing PS4 games on a PS5. There's a few games out for the PS5 right now, but there's definitely not a lot. But that's expected to change, with time. Most of the games available on the PS5 right now will allow you to witness 4K high resolution gameplay, but at only up to 60 frames per second. For example, Spider-Man Miles Morales, Assassin's Creed Valhalla. These all play at up to 60 frames per second on their performance mode. Now, don't get me wrong, it's still amazing stuff, and there are some games that allow gaming at up to 120 frames per second, like Call of Duty Cold War, or even Devil May Cry. I'm just saying there isn't a lot of options for harnessing the true power of the current gen console yet, and it doesn't look like we'll be seeing tons of high frame rate games on the PS5 for a few years, but it will happen over time for sure. You can be certain of that. For this upgrade, I love the high frame rates, high resolution gameplay, and the potential the console has for even more in the future, but I hate that there aren't nearly any games available that can harness the power of the PS5, and not a lot planned out yet. Honestly, fingers crossed right now. Thirdly, we'll be talking about the change in size. The PS4, PS4 Slim, and PS4 Pro are all smaller in size in comparison to the PS5. I honestly wasn't sure if I was going to be able to fit this anywhere on my TV stand, considering I didn't have a lot of space to begin with. I'm glad that Sony provided two mounting options for the PS5. If not for the vertical and horizontal mounting options, most people like me with very limited space will struggle to find space for it. So mount it vertically if you have limited space. That's the best way to conserve space with the PS5. There's some good that comes from having a larger console than the predecessor. There's definitely better air circulation in the system, and these are less prone to making loud noises and accumulating dust, which is one of the biggest problems of the PS4. The PS4 accumulated dust very quickly. I'm not saying there haven't been weird noises, from the PS5, but that doesn't relate to air circulation. It might be more of a hardware issue with whichever consoles are experiencing it. I've probably heard some weird noise from my console maybe once or twice. Basically, what I'm saying is a larger console means more room for air to move around within the system. For this upgrade, if you want to call it that, I love the idea of better air circulation in my electronics, but I hate the fact that it eats up a large chunk of space if you mount it horizontally. In some cases, vertically mounting the PS5 could prove fatal, especially if you have kids running around knocking things down. So maybe try to mount it horizontally if you have kids, that knock things down. The size of the console isn't as serious of an issue, but we all know that portable and lightweight would always be better than the opposite. Finally, let's talk about user interface on the new console. The PS4 had a pretty simple and easy to navigate user interface, and we had the ability to change UI themes, which was an awesome feature to say the least. The PS5 saw a complete overhaul of the entire user interface from the PS4, and a lot has been changed. Some of these things that were changed feel like a worthy upgrade, while some others feel like a complete downgrade. The PS5 has a more detailed and well-sectioned UI. There's now 2 main menus to go between, the games and the media menu. Under games menu, you'll find all your downloaded games, the PS Store, and anything else related to gaming. Under the media menu, you'll find all your downloaded media apps like the Netflix app, Disney Plus, etc. I really believe this is better for the system than the old way of keeping them all mixed together, mashed up under one menu. Another cool thing about the new UI is the ability to quickly jump into missions and games directly from the main page. I think it's called activities. So you unlock activities within games and you can just jump directly into that section of the game from the home page. I personally use this new feature a lot, and I find it has become absolutely necessary for me to have. While there's a lot more to be said about the new UI, we're not focusing on just talking about the good things in this video. The new UI also comes with the removal of custom themes like on the PS4, which I believe is a downgrade in my opinion. I don't know about you, but taking away themes and personalization is a downgrade. Customization is what makes our personal things unique, and when you take that away from users, you take away a little bit of our freedom, and I'm not sure about that, man. Each game sort of has themes which changes as you cycle through games, but I'd like to have a set theme for the entire console and be able to choose between custom and this default style that everyone has been forced to use. For the UI upgrade, I love how much more sectioned things are and how much more detailed and efficient it is, especially for gaming. And I hate the removal of custom themes, which was a huge success on the old console in my opinion. To wrap it all up, I feel like it's safe to say the PS5 is a solid upgrade from its predecessor, and these love-hate relationship upgrades just show there's room for improvement and nothing more. Nothing is perfect, but we hope that Sony keeps making worthy improvements to the console as it matures and more people get their hands on it. Out of all the new PS5 upgrades, which one is your favorite, or which one do you hate the most and why? Comment down below. I'd really like to know, and let's start a discussion. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, do me a little favor and smash that like button. Let's run the likes up on this one. If you're new around here, hit the big red subscribe button below the video and the gold bell icon right next to it to be notified whenever I post new videos. If you want to see some more videos like this one, click on the video on the screen right now, and I will catch you guys in my next one. It's Midas, and I'm out.